Hello students. In last video lecture, we have already completed first chapter of accountancy. Today we are going to do another new chapter, chapter number 3, short chapter, chapter 3, accountancy. Name of chapter is valuation of goodwill. Valuation of goodwill. First of all, what is goodwill? Goodwill is the monetary value. Goodwill is the monetary value of reputation of any firm. Monetary value of reputation of any firm in market, that is called goodwill. Monetary value of reputation of any firm in market is called goodwill. The reputation depends upon the or value of goodwill depends upon earning capacity of any firm. Earning capacity of any firm. The value of goodwill depends on earning capacity of any firm. In other words, we can say the firm which are earning more than expected profit. The firms which are earning more than expected profit, it means their goodwill is more in the market, means goodwill exists. Any firm which are earning or which earns more than their expected profit, goodwill exists in the market of such firm. On the contrary, any firm which are incurring loss or earning normal profit, it means of such firm goodwill does not exist. Goodwill does not exist of those organizations, those firms which are earning normal profit or incurring loss. So, value of goodwill depends upon the earning capacity of any firm. Beside this, we know it is an intangible assets. Another point regarding goodwill, intangible assets. Intangible asset. Goodwill is an intangible assets. That's why it is shown in balance sheet asset side. Asset side. Under which head? Under the heading of non-current asset. Non-current asset. Non-current asset, intangible as intangible asset. So we know that goodwill is an intangible assets which cannot be seen and touched. That is called intangible. It is an intangible assets. That's why it is shown in balance sheet asset side under the head of non-current asset. Non-current assets includes tangible assets, intangible assets and investment. So under the head of intangible assets it will come. This is about short introduction regarding goodwill. It is a monetary value of reputation of any firm in the market. The value of goodwill depends on earning capacity of any firm. The firm which are earning high profit, more than expected profit, goodwill exists of such firm in the market, and the firm which are earning normal profit or incurring or facing loss continuously, goodwill does not exist of such firm. Beside this, we know goodwill is an intangible assets. That's why it is shown in the balance sheet asset side under the head of non-current asset as intangible asset. This is short introduction of goodwill. Many firms with the passage of time, they are earning, they are able to build up good reputation in the market. Beside this, another point, with the passage of time, many business units are able to build up their reputation in the market. Over and above, they have means number of customers are increasing year by year, and such customers have close relation with such firms. That's why very easily they are able to build up their reputation in the market. As a result, goodwill exists of such firm. So this is all about goodwill. Beside this, there are many factors. There are many factors which may affect the value of goodwill. First, we have done meaning of goodwill. Second is, there are various factors which are affecting goodwill. Factors affecting goodwill. We have already done that goodwill depends of earning capacity, but only earning capacity is not sufficient, not enough for affecting goodwill. Besides, there are various factors, various reasons which may affect the goodwill of any firm. These are nature of business, nature of business. Second point, location of business, location of business. Third one is period of business, period of business. And fourth one is market location, market situation, market situation. And fifth one, efficiency of manager, efficiency of manager. So nature of business and other factors are also given, but we are taking only 5 points. The factors, the reasons which may affect the reputation of the firm, which may affect goodwill. So these factors are in nature of business, location of business, period of business, market situation, efficiency of manager. These are the factors. Nature of business, the business firm which are able to earn, or which can earn more than the expected profit, more than the expected profit. Such firms have good reputation in the market, means they have goodwill in the market. On the contrary, the firms which are earning normal profit or incurring loss continuously year by year, such firms do not have goodwill. Goodwill does not exist in that case, or in those firms which are earning normal profit or below the expected profit or incurring loss. Location of business, if a business is situated in the prime area of the market, means centrally located, such type of business can earn more than expected profit. Or if business situated in that area where traffic of customers is very heavy, means they can earn more and more profit in such area where customers are moving in large quantity, in large numbers. In that case, they can earn more profit. So location of business is very important for building up of the reputation of the firm. Period of business, third point, we have already done. With the passage of time, as year and year is passed, business units are able to establish a good relation with their customers, means they have close relation with the customers, and year by year their customers are also increasing. So with the passage of time, business units are able to maintain a good relation with their customers. Beside this, their customers are also increasing year by year. That's why they are able to build up good reputation in the market. In such case, such business have goodwill in the market. Market situation means, we have already studied in economics, there are different types of market: perfect competition, then monopoly, oligopoly. So if firms enjoying monopoly situation, or if they have limited competition, if business units have limited competition, then it is very easy for such firm to earn maximum profit or more than expected profit. In that case, they can build good reputation in the market, means goodwill exists. And efficiency of manager, we all know, if management is efficient, if they are able to increase their profitability and productivity with minimum cost, then we can say that they can build up good reputation in the market. As a result, goodwill exists. So these are the factors which can affect the reputation of the firm or which can affect goodwill. This is the second topic, factors affecting goodwill. Third one is, what is the necessity of goodwill? Why the valuation of goodwill arise? Third topic, or under which circumstances the value of goodwill is necessary to calculate. The first one is necessity. Necessity for goodwill valuation. For goodwill valuation, or under which circumstances there is need to value the goodwill. So first point, whenever existing partners change their ratio. Whenever existing partners change their ratio. For example, there are three partners ABC. Earlier, they were distributing all profits and losses in the ratio 5:3:2. But now in this current year, they have decided to share future profit and losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. This is called change in profit sharing ratio between or among the existing partner. So whenever existing partner change their profit loss sharing ratio. Ratio here means profit loss sharing ratio. Second, at the time of admission of new partner. Whenever new partner is admitted into the business unit, then there is need to calculate the value of goodwill. Third point, when existing partner retires or dies. In this situation also, remaining partners needs to revalue the goodwill. They need to find out the value of goodwill. Whenever existing partner retires from the firm or dies, in such situation, there is need to value the goodwill. Beside this, whenever partnership firm converts into a company, whenever partnership firm converts into a company, then also there is need to value the goodwill. And fifth, at the time of amalgamation of a partnership firm. Amalgamation here means two different partnership firms comes together and establish a new firm. Two different partnership firm comes together and start new business or new firm, that is called amalgamation. In all these circumstances, there is need to value the goodwill. Whenever existing partners change their profit loss sharing ratio at the time of admission of new partner, at the time of retirement, or whenever partner dies, whenever partnership firm converts into a company, there is some limitations in partnership firm. That's why whenever they want to expand their partnership firm, they convert that partnership firm into a company. So at this time also there is need to value the goodwill. Beside this, at the time of amalgamation of partnership firm, then also there is need to value the goodwill. Next topic is methods for valuation of goodwill. Meaning of goodwill we have completed. What are the factors which may affect goodwill? Third, necessity for valuation of goodwill. Now, methods of valuation of goodwill. Methods of valuation of goodwill. And this topic is related with your practical questions. Methods of valuation of goodwill means in order to calculate the goodwill, specific methods we have, and total there are 4 methods. 4 methods are given in your textbook. First one is average profit method. Average profit method. Second one is weighted average profit method. Third one is super profit method, and fourth one is last one, capitalization of profit method. Average profit method, weighted average profit method, super profit method, capitalization of profit method. Capitalization of profit method. So total there are 4 formulas. But in last capitalization of profit method, we have 2 different formulas. One is capitalization of super profit method, another is capitalization of average profit method. Average profit method. It has 2 different formulas. But other total there are 4 methods to value the goodwill. Average profit method first, weighted average profit method second, super profit method, and capitalization of profit method. Now we start practical questions of chapter 3. Practical question means exercise question which is given on page number 105. Page number 105. Question number 4. Question number 4. Before that, I will write you the first formula of first method. Page number 105. First formula is average profit method. First of all, try to understand formula average profit method. First of all, in this method we have to find out average profit. Average profit. The formula for calculating average profit is total profit upon number of years. Total profit upon number of years. And second step, this is first step, second step is goodwill. Goodwill is equal to, after calculating average profit into number of years purchase. Number of year purchase. Average profit into number of years purchase. Number of years purchase means partnership firm or partners are making assumptions that whatever average profit is there, this profit we can earn in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever years they are assuming. For example, they have earned in 2015 20,000 rupees, 16 30,000 rupees, 17 50,000 rupees, 60 9110, or take 40,000 for easy divisible, 40,000 rupees. So total in 3 years they have earned 40, 70, 20, 90,000 divided by 3 means 30,000. This is called average profit. Now they are making assumptions that same profit we can earn in next, for the next 3 years or 4 years we can earn same profit for the coming 2 years, 3 years. That is called number of year purchase. If they had made assumption that for the coming 2 years we can earn the same means 30,000 average profit, then it is called number of years purchased or defined years. Defined years. So in 2 steps you can complete this formula, average profit method. First step, you have to calculate average profit, total profit upon a number of years. Then after calculating average profit, then we have to calculate the value of goodwill. Goodwill is equal to average profit into number of years purchase. It is given in the question. So on this basis, question number 4th. Question number 4th. From the following information of Bhavesh and Vipul's firm, compute the value of goodwill. Page number 105. Compute the value of goodwill on the basis of 4-year purchase. 4-year purchase is given. This is used in the last. Of last 5 years average profit. In question, profit of 5 years is given. We have to find out average profit first. Information of last 5 years profit is as under. So in this question, year and profit is given. Year 2011-12, then 2012-13, 13-14, 2013-14, 14-15, and last 15-16, 2015 and 16. Profit 1 lakh rupees, then 1,10,000, next 1,80,000, 2 lakh rupees, and 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Now question is, compute the value of goodwill on the basis of 4 years purchase. 4 years purchase of last 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years. Average profit. So first step, we have to calculate average profit. Average profit is equal to, formula is total profit upon number of years. Total profit 1 lakh plus 1,10,000 plus 1,80,000 plus 2 lakh rupees plus 1,50,000 divided by number of years 1 2 3 4 5 5 and total of 1 lakh 2 lakh 10 2 lakh 90 3 lakh 90 5 lakh 90 6 lakh 40 7 lakh 40. So 7 lakh 40,000 divided by 5 2 4 20 5 8 40 1 lakh 48,000 7 lakh 40,000 divided by 5 1 lakh 48,000 5 ones are 5 2 5 fours are 20 5 eights are 40 correct 1 lakh 48 rupees 1 lakh 48,000. So this is our average profit 1 lakh 48,000. First step completed. Second step, goodwill. Goodwill is equal to, what is the formula? Average profit into number of year purchase. Number of year purchase. Now average profit is 1,48,000. 1,48,000 into number of year purchase is 4. 4 years purchase. So multiplied by 4 is equal to 0 0 0 0 4 8 32 3 4 4 16 plus 3 19 for 5,92,000. So rupees 5,92,000. So 1,48,000 into 4 is equal to rupees 5,92,000. So 5,92,000 is the value of goodwill. In 2 steps you have to complete question number 4. Question number 4. In the first step we have to calculate average profit. Formula is total profit upon number of years. After dividing total profit with number of years, we will get average profit. Then this profit means average profit will be multiplied with number of years purchase. We get goodwill, value of goodwill. Now question number 2nd. Second here means according to textbook, question number 5th. Mahendra and Praveen are partners. This is also based on same method. Mahendra and Praveen are partners of a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. They want to change their profit loss sharing ratio to 1:1. Therefore they decided, this is one of the reason we have already done in theory portion, that what are the necessities for valuation of goodwill. So whenever partners are changing their, means existing partners are changing their profit loss sharing ratio, in that case they can value the goodwill. So this is one of the reason is given. It has no relation with practical question. Mahendra and Praveen are partners of a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3:2. They want to change their profit loss sharing ratio to 1:1. Now after that, therefore they decided to make valuation of goodwill. As per partnership agreement, the value of goodwill is to be determined on the basis of 5 years purchase. 5 years purchase of last 4 years average profit. Means we have to find out average profit of last 4 years. And last 4 years profits are, first of all, year. In question, year and profit is given. Profit, year, 2013, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16 and 16, 17. Profits are 60,000, then 80,000 in 14, 15, then in 15, 16, 20,000. Then bracket is given in this amount. Bracket indicates loss. Bracket indicates minus, and minus means loss. So this is loss. Next, 16, 17, 30,000. So profit or loss of 4 years are given. On this basis, we have to calculate the value of goodwill, and in this question, 5 years purchase is given. So, average profit method, according to average profit method. First step, first of all, we have to calculate average profit. Average profit. Average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. Now total profit 60,000 plus 80,000 plus 20,000 within bracket plus 30,000 upon 4. 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. So 60 plus 80, 140, 140 plus 30, 170, and 170 minus, plus into minus, minus. So 170 minus 20, 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 divided by 4. 140 plus 30, 170, 170 minus 20, 150. 150, 1,50,000 divided by 4. So 4 3s are 12, 4 7s are 28, 4 5s are 20. 37,500 is the average profit. The first answer we have got 37,500. Now goodwill, second step. Goodwill is equal to, what is the formula of goodwill? Average profit into number of year purchase. Number of year purchase. Now our average profit is 37,500. 37,500 into number of year purchase is 5, means 5 years purchase. So multiply average profit means 37,500 with 5 years. 5. 5 5 is a 25, 25, 2, 35, 37, 3, 5, 3, 15, 18. 1,87,500 rupees. 1,87,500 is the value of goodwill. Rupees 1,87,500. This is the question number 5th. Question number 5th, which is also based on first method, average profit method. So what is the formula for average profit method? The total 2 steps are there. First of all, we have to calculate average profit, and formula for average profit is total profit upon number of years. Number of year means whatever number of years profit or loss we are taking, same number of years we have to take in denominator. Means in our example, in this question, total number of years are 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 profit or loss we are taking on the numerator side. Same number of years we have to take here. 1, 2, 3, 4. After dividing with 4, we will get average profit. Then second step for calculating goodwill is average profit into number of years purchase. And in any question, number of year purchase is not given. Just assume that number of year purchase is not given. Then same 37,500 becomes your value of goodwill. Average profit into number of year purchase is not given. The same answer 37,500 becomes your goodwill. The question number 5th is completed. Now question number 6th is based on formula number 2, that is weighted average profit method. Total we have 4 methods. First method is completed, average profit method. Now second is weighted average profit method. Second formula, weighted average profit method. So first of all, according to this formula is generally used when firm is earning profit continuously, means increasing trend is there, increasing or decreasing trend. Whenever decreasing trend or increasing trend in earning profit, then they need to apply weighted average profit method. For example, if in the first year, any year we can take, in the first year they had earned 30,000 rupees, then in the second year 40,000 rupees, third year 50,000 rupees, fourth year 60,000 rupees. So this is showing increasing trend of earning profit of any business unit. In the first year, suppose 13 14, 14 15, 15 16, 16 17, and continuously their profits are increasing. So either profit is continuously increasing or decreasing, they need to apply weighted average profit method. Now how do we come to know then that when we have to apply first method, means average profit method, and when we have to apply weighted average profit method? When profit fluctuates here means, for example, in first year firm has earned 30,000, in second year firm has earned 40,000, in third year firm has earned 25,000. Now in the first 2 years profit increases, then again it decreases, increases here, then decreases, means fluctuates. So whenever profit fluctuates, we have to apply first formula, means average profit method. But if profit is increasing continuously, means showing increasing trend or decreasing trend, then we have to apply weighted average profit method. And in this method we have to give more importance to the recent year. Recent year means, according to our example, fourth year is the recent year, or we have to give more importance to highest profit. And highest, in this example, highest profit is 60,000. So we have to give more importance, more weightage to the highest profit. So highest profit like this, number 1 2 3, this we are giving weight or importance. 4, so we are giving more importance to maximum profit, 4. Now come to formula. So weighted average profit method is used when there is increasing trend or decreasing trend in profit. But keep remember in your mind that we have to give maximum weight, more weight or importance to the maximum profit or recent year. Maximum profit or recent year. Now formula for weighted average profit method. First of all, we have to calculate weighted average profit. Weighted average profit. First step. Formula for weighted average profit is equal to total weighted profit, total weighted profit upon total weight. Total weighted profit upon total weight. By applying this formula, we get weighted average profit. And second step, to calculate goodwill, goodwill is equal to weighted average profit, weighted average profit into number of years purchase. Number of years purchase. Number of year purchase is also known as defined years, defined. And if number of years purchase is not given in question, then whatever answer will come in the first step, that becomes the value of goodwill. Then we are not required to apply this formula, weighted average profit into number of year purchase, if number of year purchase is not given then. Otherwise, in two steps, we can calculate the value of goodwill. First, formula is, method is weighted average profit method. This is second method, weighted average profit method. This method is used when firm is earning profit, either means their profit showing increasing trend or decreasing trend. If their profit is increasing continuously or decreasing continuously, in that case we have to apply weighted average profit method. Otherwise, if profit fluctuates, means in 2 years it increases, then third year decreases, then again increases, decreases, then we have to apply first method, means average profit method. Now, what is the formula for weighted average profit method? Once again, first of all, we have to calculate weighted average profit, and formula for weighted average profit is equal to total weighted profit upon total weight. Then second step, after getting weighted average profit, or after calculating weighted average profit method, we have to multiply this weighted average profit with the number of year purchase, and we get goodwill, the value of goodwill. So goodwill is equal to weighted average profit into number of years purchase. So now question number 6, which is based on weighted average profit. In question number 6, from the following information, find out weighted average profit. Find out weighted average profit. 2013 14, 2014 15, 2015 16, and 2016 17. Profit is given 60,000, then 70,000, 90,000, and then 1,10,000. Year and profit. Now from the following information, find out weighted average profit, means we have to find out the goodwill by weighted average profit method. Why we are using weighted average profit method? Because you can see that profit is continuously increasing, 60,000, then 70,000, 90,000, 1,10,000, 1,10,000. So profit is showing increasing trends. That's why we have to apply weighted average profit method. And in this question, number of year purchase is not given. Number of year purchase is not given. So year, 4 years are given, profit is given. Since profit is showing increasing trend, that's why we have to apply second method, that is weighted average profit method. Now, how to calculate weighted average profit method? You have to prepare computation statement of computation of weighted profit. Total 4 columns you have to prepare. First 2 columns remain same, year and profit, which is given in the question, or which are the part of question. Year is given, you have to write year, then profit, then weightage or weight, W. Weight means we have to give importance to maximum profit or recent year. So recent year is 1617, or in other words we can say maximum profit is 1,10,000. We have to give more importance to 1,10,000, more weightage to 1,10,000. Means 1, 2, 3, 4. Then weighted profit. Fourth column is weighted profit. Weighted profit. Weighted profit is also known as product. Product. So 4 columns are there for calculating weighted profit, year, profit, which are the part of question. Then we have to give importance 1, 2, 3, 4. Then weighted profit or product, 60,000 into 1, 60,000. Then 70,000 into 2, 1,40,000. Then 90,000 into 3, 2,70,000. And 1,10,000 into 4, 4,40,000. Now total of weighted profit is 1,40,000 plus 60, 2,00,000, 4,70,000, 4,70,000, 5,10,000 and 9,10,000. Zero, 10, 17, 21, 2, 3, 5, 9. 9,10,000 is the total weighted profit. This is total weighted profit. Now total weight. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9, 10. 3, 3, 6 plus 4, 10. This is total of weight. Means total weight. Total weight, total weighted profit. Now apply the formula. Now what is the formula? Or first step in weighted average profit method. First of all we have to calculate weighted average profit, and formula is total weighted profit upon total weight Total weighted profit is 9,10,000. So 9,10,000 divided by total weight, and total weight is 10. So we get 91,000 rupees, 91,000 as weighted average profit. Now in this question, number of year purchase is not given. The second step is goodwill is equal to, directly we can write rupees 91,000. This is the final answer. And if in this question number of years is given, then we have to write here formula first, weighted average profit into number of year purchase. But in this question, question number 6, number of year purchase is not given. That's why directly we are writing goodwill as 91,000 rupees. Same method in next question, question number 7. First of all, we have to prepare this statement in tabular form. 4 columns are there. First two columns are the part of question, that is given in question also. Then we have to find out we have to prepare additional 2 columns, weight and weighted profit. Weight is very simple. You have to give 1, 2, 3, 4 in serial number we have to write. Then multiply this weight with profit, it becomes weighted profit. Then total profit is divided by total weight, it becomes weighted average profit. And then answer of weighted average profit will be multiplied with number of years purchase if given. In this question, number of years purchase is not given. That's why in second step, directly we have written 91,000 as value of goodwill. Now question number 7. Again you can see in question number 7, or you can observe in question number 7 that profit is a showing 40, 60, 75, 90,000 increasing trend. It means whenever profit is showing increasing or decreasing trend, we have to apply weighted average profit method. Now question number 7. From the following information of Babulal and Kantilal's firm, determine the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase. In this question, the value of number of years purchase is given 3. Of last 5 years weighted average profit. If weighted is not written, then also we have to apply weighted average profit method. Reason is profit is showing increasing trend. In 2012-13, 40,000 rupees is given profit, then 60,000, then 75,000, then 90,000, and then 1,20,000. It is showing increasing trend. That's why we have to apply second method, means weighted average profit method. So first of all, we have to calculate weighted average profit. For this, we have to prepare a statement of computation of weighted profit. Statement of computation of weighted profit. A total 4 columns. First column is year, then profit, then weight, third column, and then weighted profit or product. In question number 7, 2012-13, 2013-14, then 14-15, 15-16, and 16-17. Profits are 40,000, then 60,000, 75,000, then 90,000, and last 1,20,000. Now weight we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next product means weighted profit, 40,000 into 1, 40,000, 60,000 into 2, 1,20,000, then 75,000 into 3, 2,25,000, then 90,000 into 4, 3,60,000, and last 1,20,000 into 5, 6 lakh. Now total of weighted profit. Zero, 0, 0, 5, then 6, 8, 10, 14, 4, carry 1, 2, 4, 7, 13. So 13,45,000. 13,45,000 is the total weighted profit. 000, 5, 6, 8, 14, 4, carry 1, 2, 4, 7, plus 6, 13. Now total of weight 9, 12, 14, 15. 15. Now according to formula, the first step we have to calculate weighted average profit, and formula is total weighted profit upon total weight. Now total weighted profit is 13,45,000 divided by 15, 1 5. We get weighted average profit method. So 13,45,000 1345000 divided by 15, 1 5 is equal to 89,666, 89,666.66. So it becomes, or we can write 89,667. So this is the weighted average profit 13,45,000 divided by 15, we get 89,666.66666. So we have to remove the decimal by increasing last digit as 7, 89,667. Now second part, goodwill. Goodwill is equal to weighted average profit method, weighted average profit into number of years purchase. So weighted average profit is 89,667 into number of year purchase in question number 7 is 3 into 3 is equal to, the value of goodwill is 89,667 multiplied by 3 is equal to 269,001. 269,001 rupees. 269,001, 2,69,001 rupee is the value of goodwill. Second step. Second formula is also completed. Question number 7. In question number 7, once again you can see 5 years are given: 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, and profit is given 40,000, 60,000, 75,000, 90,000 and 1,20,000. Then we have to, first of all, we have to calculate weighted profit. So two additional column we have to prepare: weight and weighted profit. Weight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weighted profit 40 into 1, 40,000, 60 into 2, 1,20,000, 75,000 into 3, 2,25,000, 90,000 into 4, 3,60,000, 1,20,000 into 5, 6 lakh, and total of weighted profit is 13,45,000 and total of weight is 15. Now according to our method is weighted average profit method. In weighted average profit method, first step is to calculate weighted average profit, and formula for weighted average profit is total weighted profit upon total weight, and total weighted profit according to this table 13,45,000. So 13,45,000 divided by total weight, and total weight is 15, we get 89,666.6666, like this. So we have to remove the decimal by increasing last digit as 7, 89,667. Then second step, to calculate goodwill, and in second step formula is weighted average profit into number of year purchase. Weighted average profit is 89,667 and number of year purchase given in question is 3. So 89,667 into 3 years purchase, and we get 2,69,001. 269,001. This is question number 7. So far we have completed 4, 5, 6, 7. First two questions, means 4th, 5th is based on first formula, average profit method, and 6th and 7th is based on weighted average profit method. Now question number 8 is based on super profit. So before that, super profit, formula of super profit. Now super profit method. First of all, what is super profit? The super profit is the difference between average profit and expected profit. Means whenever, other definition, whenever business units are able to earn profit more than the average profit in any year, when they are able to, or when they are expecting to earn more than the average profit, that excess profit is called super profit. So according to super profit method formula for calculating goodwill. Now formula for calculating goodwill in case of super profit is goodwill is equal to super profit into number of year purchase. So this is the formula for calculating goodwill in case of super profit. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of year purchase. Now how we can calculate super profit? So step by step I am writing here. First of all, we have to calculate in case of super profit capital employed. Capital employed. First of all, we have to calculate capital employed. And formula for capital employed is total asset minus total external liabilities. External liabilities. Total asset minus total external liabilities. Total asset minus total external liabilities means capital of partner, capital and other distributable accumulated profit, like for example capital of partners, suppose there are two partners A and B, so capital of A and B plus any accumulated profit like general reserve, profit and loss account. So addition of capital and accumulated profit is equal to capital employed. But according to practical question, we are not required to go in such a deep method. So capital employed is equal to total asset minus total external liabilities, or simply you can write total liabilities. Total asset minus total external liabilities is equal to capital employed, or capital employed means the amount which is invested by the partners into the business along with accumulated profit. First step, we have to calculate capital employed. Second, expected profit. Second step, we need to calculate expected profit. Expected, what we are expecting to earn by investing capital employed. So expected profit is calculated on the basis of capital employed. Whatever amount we have invested, how much we can earn from that investment, that is called expected profit. So capital employed into rate of return, expected rate of return. Rate of return is expressed in percentage form, that's why we have to write 100. So capital employed into, first step is, this is the actual formula of goodwill in case of super profit method. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of year purchase, means we need super profit. So in order to find out super profit, we are adopting these steps. First of all, we have to calculate capital employed. Capital employed is equal to total asset minus total external liabilities. Then expected profit we have to calculate. Expected profit is calculated on the basis of capital employed into rate of return. Third step, we need to calculate average profit, and for average profit we have two situations, first and second. If profit is given in fluctuating manner, sometimes increasing, sometimes decreasing, then we have to apply first method, means total profit upon number of years. In this way we can calculate average profit. Or if profit is showing increasing trend or a decreasing trend, then we need to calculate weighted average profit. So second formula, total, what is the formula for weighted average profit? Total weighted profit upon total weight, total weighted profit upon total weight. Average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. We have already done. This is the first step of first method. Then if profit is showing increasing trend or decreasing trend, then we have to apply weighted method, weighted average profit method. According to that, total weighted profit upon total weight, we get weighted average profit. So average profit. After getting expected profit and average profit, then we can get, or we can calculate super profit. So formula for super profit is equal to average profit minus expected profit. Average profit minus expected profit. Super profit is equal to average profit minus expected profit. Then fifth, last step, which I have written here, goodwill is equal to, now same formula I am writing here, goodwill is equal to super profit into number of year purchase. Number of year purchase. So in 5 steps we can complete super profit method, and super profit method is mentioned in the question, that calculate the value of goodwill by adopting super profit method. So in 5 steps, first of all capital employed, then expected profit we have to calculate, then average profit. Average, at the time of average profit, it depends on situation of profit, means according to the trend of profit. If it is fluctuating, then first method, total profit upon number of years. If profit is showing increasing or decreasing trend, then total weighted profit upon total weight. Then super profit, average profit minus expected profit. Average profit minus expected profit, we will get super profit. Through this formula also we can define super profit. What is super profit? So difference between average profit and expected profit. Difference between average profit and expected profit is called super profit. And last, goodwill, super profit into number of years purchase. Number of years purchase. So 5 steps we need to adopt. Capital employed, then expected profit, then average profit, then average minus expected, super profit, and then we have to calculate goodwill. So these are the formulas for calculating super profit method. Capital employed, first of all, capital employed. Capital employed means the addition of capital of partners, capital plus accumulated profit. Or if there is some accumulated loss, it will be deducted, minus accumulated loss. So capital plus, but here we are not required to go in such a deep matter. Capital employed is equal to total asset minus total liabilities or total external liabilities. Expected profit is equal to Expected profit means we are expecting how much we can earn from this capital employed. That's why capital employed is the basis to calculate expected profit. Capital employed into rate of return. Average profit, we have already done two previous methods. Then super profit, average profit minus expected profit. And then goodwill. Final step is to calculate goodwill, super profit into number of years purchase. On this basis, we are going to do question number 8. Pushpa, Pratibha and Bhavna. Question number 8 is Pushpa, Pratibha and Bhavna are partners of a partnership firm. They decided to change their profit loss sharing ratio from 3 is to 2 is to 1 to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Partners have changed their ratio. That's why they are calculating the value of goodwill. This is only reason is given why they are calculating goodwill. Therefore, they decided to make the valuation of goodwill on the basis of partnership firm's profit and other information. Determine the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase. So here number of years purchase is given 3. 3 years purchase of super profit. So we have to apply super profit method because it is written here that once again determine the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of super profit. Now information is given. Assets rupees 6 lakh, liabilities rupees 2,50,000, then expected rate of return is equal to 10%. Then actual profit is given. Actual profit 80,000. Here I am not writing. Here is 2014-15, 15-16, 16-17. 80,000 in the first year means 14-15. Then 70,000 in 15-16 and 90,000 in 16-17. So these are the information. Asset is 6 lakh rupees, liability is 2 lakh 50, expected rate of return is 10%, then actual profit is given 80,000 in first year. First year here means 14-15, then second year 70,000, then in third year 90,000. And we have to calculate from this information, we have to calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of super profit method. So now super profit method. First of all, first step is we have to calculate capital employed. Capital employed. What is the formula for calculating capital employed? Asset minus liability. Asset minus liability. In this question, asset is 6 lakh rupees. 6 lakh minus liability is 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh 50,000. 2 lakh 50,000. So our capital becomes 3 lakh 50,000. This is capital employed. Capital employed. Capital employed is equal to asset minus liability. Asset is 6 lakh, liability is 2 lakh 50. So our capital employed is 3 lakh 50. So first answer 3 lakh 50,000. Now second step. First step is completed. Second step, we have to calculate expected profit. Expected profit. And formula for expected profit is capital employed into rate of return. Capital employed is 3 lakh 50,000. 3,50,000 into rate of return in question is 10%. So into 10%, in this way you can write, or 10 upon 100. So 10% of 35,000, oh sorry, 3,50,000 is 35,000. This is expected profit. Now third step, we have to calculate average profit. Average profit. Now in average profit, we have given profit of 3 years. First year 80,000, second year 70,000, then 90,000, and here profit fluctuates. First of all decreasing, then increasing, 80 to 70 decreasing, 70 to 90 increasing. That's why simple method we have to apply. Means average profit is equal to total profit upon number of years. Total profit upon number of years, and total profit is 80,000 plus 70,000 plus 90,000 divided by 3. It becomes 150, 240 divided by 3, 80,000. So average profit is 80,000. 150 once again, 80,000 plus 70, 1,50,000, 1,50,000 plus 90, 2,40,000, 2,40,000 divided by 3, 80,000, correct. The third step is completed. Now fourth step is to calculate super profit. Super profit. And what is the formula for super profit? Average profit minus expected profit. Average profit minus expected profit. What is our average profit? Average profit is 80,000 minus expected profit is 35,000. 80,000 minus 35,000 is equal to 45,000. This is our super profit. 80,000 minus 35,000 is equal to 45,000. So we get super profit, and last step we need to calculate goodwill. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of year purchase. Number of year purchase. Super profit is 45,000 into number of year purchase. In question number, this question number 8. Okay. Question number 8. In question number 8, number of year purchase is 3 years purchase. So 45,000 into 3. 45,000 into 3 is equal to 1,35,000. So this is the final answer. 1 lakh rupees, 1,35,000 is the value of goodwill. The first in 5 steps we can complete, or we can calculate value of goodwill according to super profit method. Capital employed, expected profit, then average profit, then super profit, then goodwill. Capital employed, total asset minus liability. Sometimes in question directly capital employed is given, means we are not required to apply asset minus liability formula. So capital employed is equal to asset minus liability. Then expected profit, capital employed into rate of return. Then average profit, it has 2 formulas. It depends on profit trend. If profit is fluctuating, then total profit upon number of years. And if profit is showing increasing trend or decreasing trend, then total weighted profit upon total weight, means second formula, second method. Then we have to calculate super profit, difference of these 2 steps, average minus expected. And last, goodwill. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years purchase, if given in the question, number of year purchase. This is question number 8. One more question we can do according to this formula, that is question number question number 9. So question number 8, 9 and 12, last question, is based on super profit method. Is based on super profit method. So question number 9. Question number 9 given on page number 106. Capital of Meena and Manju's firm is 4 lakh. Means here direct capital employed is given. Capital is equal to 4 lakh rupees. Expected rate of return is 10%. Expected rate of return is 10%. Last 3 years profit are 1,20,000, then 1,10,000, and then 1 lakh rupees. Sorry, 1 lakh rupees. Compute the value of goodwill 2 times. 2 times here means 2 years purchase. So 2 years purchase is given. 2 years purchase of super profit. Of super profit. So we have to apply super profit method. On the basis of weighted average profit method. Means this is super profit method. In this formula we have to apply weighted average profit method. This is 1 lakh. So we have to apply super profit method. Capital is 4 lakh rupees. Expected rate of return is 10%. Then profit is given for the last 3 years. 1,20,000, 1,10,000, 1 lakh, and then 2 years purchase is given, and we have to apply super profit. Before that we have done, you have to practice question number. In next lecture we will do question number 9. But so far we have done question number 4, then question number 5, question number 6, question number 7, question number 8. Means 4 to 8. In next lecture we will do question number 9 and other questions and try to complete this chapter. Till then, goodbye.